What's up, guys? It's OtherJesus, and I'm back with more Destiny today. Well, first, let me apologize for my first Destiny video. I did it on the fly, and I didn't really have anything prepared, so I apologize for that. It was kind of sloppy, but I have to admit that I've really been enjoying Destiny, and even though it's, not the most revolutionary game of all time, and yeah, it's got its flaws, but it's still a great Bungie shooter. It's got the classic Bungie shooting mechanics, and it's great. So it's been keeping my attention, and I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong about Destiny. I didn't really enjoy the beta, but I'm glad that I picked up the game. I've grown to enjoy it, and I just hope it can keep my attention long enough and have staying power. And that brings us to the Wrath of the Queen, or rather the Queen's Wrath. The Queen's Wrath. It's a new event that Bungie just released today. Well, actually a couple days ago, but you have to forgive me. When I wrote this little write-up here, it was today, but now it's a couple days ago, so I've been playing it for a few days, and I'm calling it an event because, as far as I can tell, at this point, it's not new content, right? There are no new missions, there is no new story, and to top it off, it's a timed event, meaning that it's not always going to be available. I don't know why that is. I don't know if they're just trying to drum up excitement for this timed event, but it doesn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool that, we can kind of win the Queen's favor and kind of go on some missions for the Queen, but it's just the same missions that we're repeating over and over. So I'll show you in the video here, but as it stands now, what you do is you go and talk to the bounty guy, you grab a bounty from the Queen, and you go complete the bounty. Then after you complete that bounty, you go and turn it back in to the bounty guy, and then it will unlock a special mission for the Queen. And the missions, so these are just story missions that you've already done before. So if you've already beaten the game, which you probably have beaten the game, so it's just the missions with harder difficulty modifiers. It seems to be a random mission, although I've only seen 3 so far. I've seen the Black Garden, and I've seen the Moon Raid. Forgive me, the name is escaping me, but the raid on the moon, and then also the raid on Venus the raid on Mars as well. So it is kind of a random mission, but I've only seen 3, so you don't get to choose what mission you want to do, and it's not even a playlist. You're going to be doing it solo. You're not going to have it, it's not like a strike playlist, so you're going in this solo. So if you don't have any friends on that want to do it, well, you're going to be going up against some very challenging missions solo. And that's not a bad thing. I did complete the Black Garden solo, and it was pretty awesome. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, this was kind of a letdown for me. And from what I can tell on the Bungie message boards, most of us there thought this was going to be new story missions that would allow us to explore the reef and get to see more of where the Awoken dwell, and maybe uncover more of the story about what happened to all the ships when they tried to flee. But no, we're forced to play the same missions over and over under the disguise of helping the Queen settle some scores. And like I said, I did one of them last night, and all letdowns aside, it was actually pretty fun. And that's kind of the thing about Destiny, right? It's just kind of a casual, fun game. So after you beat the game story modes, I mean, there really isn't that much to do. But that classic Bungie feel is really good, and of course, the desire for better loot, leveling up. It's like an itch that can't be scratched, especially with the frickin' Cryptarch guy. Turning your blues into greens and your purples into God knows what. The game's still pretty addictive, even with all its flaws and shortcomings. Anyway, like I said, the mission that I ended up getting was the final mission in the game. This was the first Queen strike that I did, was the Black Garden. And since I was playing late, I didn't have anyone to join my fire team, so I had to go it alone. At first, I was kind of like worried. I was like, it's late at night. I didn't want to get stuck in a restricted spawn zone. Kept dying, but I took it slow and I didn't die once. I even beat the final boss in what literally felt just like 4, maybe 5 minutes. I mean, it happened so fast. I just destroyed the final boss. So that was a sigh of relief once it was over, and not having any knowledge of the rewards, I was pleasantly surprised to find a legendary Queen's Guard hood, which was a piece of gear. It's a helmet. I think it actually looks pretty cool, and it had enough light to take me halfway to level 25, which I am a level 25 now after playing a few more, so not bad. Apparently all of these Queen bounty missions will yield you some sort of special Queen legendary gear. I don't know if that's 100% fact. I know you can get repeats, so you can get the same one over and over, so I think it is still kind of random. But the randomness isn't that cool, but it's cool that you do get at least some kind of designated reward, because some of the other bosses in the game, they don't even poop out peanuts. You know, you don't get anything. So it was nice to have a solid reward at the end of a long mission. And then I was also surprised to find that another area of the tower opens up, which oddly has nothing except just a creature named Petra who sells exclusive legendary Queen gear. So she's got some tie-ins with the Queen. Some pretty cool stuff in there, which I know I'll probably be grinding for, because loot, kind of a loot addict, and I like the idea of being in the Queen's favor. Also, flying over Petra is a ship. I guess it's the Queen's ship. I don't know, but I want it for my Guardian. It looks pretty badass, so hopefully there'll be some secret reward. That's about all there is to it. So now we have yet another weird random currency reputation system, the Queen's favor. I don't know what's up with that. I don't even know how Bungie's keeping it all straight, especially since these are bounties that are only available for a limited time, and there's even bounties for game types that aren't even in the game yet. Sometimes I feel like this game is still in beta, but obviously the game is functioning and virtually bug-free, but one has to wonder if financial contract obligations kind of made them put this out even sooner than they wanted to, because I mean, virtually nothing is explained to you in this game. But overall, the Queen's Wrath, or the Wrath of the Queen, whatever it is, it was kind of a major letdown in terms of new content for Destiny. It's even more questionable that it's for a limited time. Like, what if I want to chill with the Queen this whole time? I only have a limited time. So I'm not sure what the driving factor is for that. I guess it's to generate excitement and make the gear even more rare. I don't know. I still have a few more things that I'd like to do in Destiny, like the Nightfall and the Raid. I just recently opened those up, but I don't think I'm quite powerful enough to get a team together to do those yet, even though I know the Nightfall can be beaten solo, because I've seen it done, and I've come very close to beating that Moonstrike myself on solo, but not quite. But what's next? I mean, how many times can I play the same missions over and over? I'm not buying the DLC for Destiny until some reviews come out, because so many other games are coming out. Borderlands is coming out, the Master Chief Collection is coming out, Sunset Overdrive is coming out, so I'm not going to be plunking down another $30 for, or is it $35, whatever it is, for Destiny DLC. I'm going to wait for some reviews to come in for that. So while the game is fun, it's oddly addictive, it's still lacking quite a bit of longevity. I mean, it's basically still, in my eyes, it's just kind of like the evolution of Halo Reach. And that's not a bad thing. That's just kind of how I see it, though. I feel like I got my money's worth, though, but the multiplayer is so goofy and unbalanced. I don't really play it. Sometimes I'll just play it to mess around and try to get a chance at some rare gear. And it's kind of like the only thing you can play if you have more than 3 players anyway. I don't really get what the 3-player limit is about, but if you want to play with more than 3 buddies, you either got to do a raid or you got to go play matchmaking. So I'm not sure how I feel about another letdown like the Wrath of the Queen, the Queen's Wrath, but I've still got some grinding to do. I'm gonna keep grinding this game on and off till I hit level 30, and definitely going to beat the raid at some point. So I'll keep you guys updated. If I find anything cool in Destiny, I'll definitely, do a couple of videos here and there. But I think there's a lot of great Destiny content out there. So if I find anything cool, maybe I'll, pass it along to you guys. Or if I think I discover anything new and exciting, I'll definitely pass it on to you guys as well. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, if you'd like to see any other Destiny videos or anything like that. Alright guys, hope everyone's doing well out there. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far into my little Destiny review here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, get in the discussion. Alright guys, appreciate you watching. It's OJ, I'm out, and sleep well.